It's about leveling the playing field.
Expanding opportunities.
It's about using new technologies.
Promoting health.
Supporting education.
It's about collaboration.
Changing public policy.
Increasing safety.
Advancing.
Thriving. Advancing civil rights for everyone.
When I had my daughters, I knew that I wanted them to attend an early childhood education center. When I found out that they were closing them because of budget cuts, I was very distraught about it, and I wanted to know how I can get involved to try to help save even a handful of them. I started trying to reach out to other parents. When the Advancement Project contacted me, it was 2 weeks since I had made the Facebook page, Save Our Early Education Centers. I wasn't too familiar with Advancement Project. I was a little hesitant, but then again, it was my first time doing any of this. I was just really glad that I had somebody that I can count on and go to. They analyze data that I don't have knowledge or access to. So I had this concrete numbers that when we went to go speak to these politicians, I had facts, I had numbers in my hand. Even when we walked up to the steps of Sacramento, that there was somebody there from the Advancement Project waiting for us and helping us to guide us. I think everybody's kids, especially in this country, deserve a right to education. And nobody should be discriminated, whether gender, race, or background. Nobody should be robbed from that.
When young people are validated for the knowledge that they have, they are ultimately cultivated into young leaders and older leaders who lead community change. When we first started working with the Advancement Project, what we were learning is that there's actually a tool available, Healthy City, that has data already available to make our work easier. We could use that data initially and then go into the community knowing that data ahead of time and begin our work on the ground. So Child Leader Project used survey data to figure out what were the top social justice issues for youth in this particular community. Diabetes and obesity was one of them, safe public spaces, employment and job availability, and also immigration and deportations were a huge issue for the community that we live in. I think some of the top priorities for 21st century civil rights, especially in regards to youth leadership and young adult inclusion, is about whose voices are present or not present at the table. I really think that the Advancement Project and Healthy City is about making the table clear. Where is the table, who's at the table, and what parts of our community need to be brought in? Where do we need to be walking to so we're sitting at other people's table? Another really important thing about 21st century civil rights is about human flourishing and moving beyond rights into responsibilities and responsibilities to create communities that sustain human flourishing.
I started at a young age. Being in a gang, initially it was fun, but the older I got, the more commitment was involved, and so for me, it started to become real. Being shot at the age of 19, facing 27 years to life at the age of 18, it went all downhill for me. I'm tired of seeing people die. I'm tired of people struggling when they don't necessarily have to. All of that ultimately culminated into me becoming a different person. I had been doing peace work about 8 years before I connected with the Advancement Project. But when I connected with the Advancement Project, it made me think about intervention work on an entirely different level. What makes the Urban Peace Academy stand above anything for me is the practitioners are involved with creating curriculum, practitioners are involved with the actual vetting of the individuals who get the training, and practitioners are also involved in the training. As intervention workers, we wear many hats. Some of them is doing hardcore intervention work with gang members all across the city. We'll do prevention work with individuals who are young, who may be flirting with the gang lifestyle. You're working with law enforcement, you're working with community activists, you're working with politicians in order to align the mission of public safety and saving lives. Civil rights to me is peace of mind, not being judged, and just being the best human being that I can be.
Change agents.
Equalizers.
Ally.
Peacemakers.
Community advocates.
Avanzando los derechos civiles.
Civil rights champions.